All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, for the first time since 2015, the Cincinnati Bengals are champions of the AFC North as they capped off an improbable turnaround after they went 4-11-1 last season. But so far this season, the Bengals, they're 10-6, and they showed their grit today with a comeback win at home over the defending AFC champions in the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Bengals spotted Kansas City a 14-0 lead in the first quarter, but their offense got going when quarterback Joe Burrow connected with wide receiver Jamar Chase on a 72-yard touchdown pass that got Cincinnati going and made the score 14-7. Overall, this Chiefs defense could not stop Jamar Chase this afternoon as he had 11 catches for 266 yards and three big touchdowns. Joe Burrow, the Bengals quarterback, was no slouch either as he was 30 of 39 passing for 446 with four TDs and zero picks. Kudos to this Bengals defense as well, because after Kansas City scored 28 points in the first half, Cincinnati limited the Chiefs to just a field goal in the second half, and that proved to be big. Now, also, it's one of those win or go home type mentalities, and credit to Bengals head coach Zach Taylor, because late in this contest, when the score was tied at 31 apiece, it would have been easy for Taylor to go forward to kick the field goal rather on fourth down and give Kansas City the ball with just under 2 minutes left, and giving Patrick Mahomes that amount of time, he could pick you apart. Zach Taylor said no. The Bengals decided to go for it on fourth down. They were stopped. However, offsetting penalties on both teams gave Cincinnati another opportunity. They went for it again, and then another penalty by Kansas City, this time in the end zone, gave the Bengals a first down. They had the opportunity to wind the clock down, and then, of course, Evan McPherson kicked the chip shot as time expired to give Cincinnati the 34-31 win. And credit all around to the Bengals because they survived this AFC North, and we saw this AFC North. All four teams really beat up on each other this year. However, Cincinnati, they swept both Pittsburgh and Baltimore, and that's big because I've said it before and I'll say it again. Those teams always look at Cincinnati and Cleveland like the little brothers. And then on top of that, this year, Cincinnati might be the only team from this division to make the playoffs after the other three made the playoffs last year. So you look at this Bengals team, they're postseason bound. They're going to get a home game, and they're looking to get off of the schneid because I say that because Cincinnati is going to be looking to win their first playoff game since the 1990 NFL season. Excuse me. And to give you an idea of how long ago that was, it was the Bengals and Oilers at Old Riverfront Stadium. So that just lets you know how long ago that it was when the Cincinnati Bengals won a playoff game. Of course, Sam Weish, the late Sam Weish, was the head coach for the Bengals in that one, while Boomer Esiason was starting quarterback for Cincinnati. And just to give you an idea of some of the players that were on that team, the likes of Max Montoya and Anthony Munoz as well. So this is what Cincinnati's looking to do. They're looking to get off of that schneid. But you ask yourself, how dangerous will the Bengals be in the playoffs? And I think that they are going to be a very formidable team on the AFC side. You have a quarterback that can deliver, and he's shown that he has what it takes to get the job done in key situations. And I'm talking about Joe Burrow. You have wide receivers that can stretch the field. Jamar Chase is a problem. You also have T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd as well. Cincinnati can also run the football effectively with Joe Mixon. And this time of year, you need to be able to run the football in order to survive and advance in the postseason. And then on top of that, the Bengals can get after you with their pass rush. So I look at it right now. This was a huge win for the Bengals today, obviously for their psyche. They are now champions of the AFC North. Now they're going to look to see if they could somehow improve their playoff seeding. We'll have to wait and see what happens next week. But nonetheless, they took the best blows that the Kansas City Chiefs had. They survived them. and they came back. At one point, they were down 28. They were down 14 points in two separate occasions, 14-0, and then 28-14. And then they chipped away little by little, and then they got the win. So credit to these young Bengals. They found a way to survive today. They're the champs of the AFC North, and now they are looking to do bigger and better things later on this month in the postseason. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.